My wife and I went to Cameroon. We did this conference and finished it on Thursday night with this teaching. They had polygamy and all kinds of things going on in that culture. The pastor told me about it. He was the vice president of the Western African Association of Churches in Africa. And they had this guy that came up every night and interpreted. They had a theater rented out. There's about 1,100 people in the conference. They came from all over the country. And this guy would stand up with me. He'd pick my wife and I up at the hotel, and he would stand up there and interpret for me. They were French and English. So some of them didn't know English, and he would interpret. When we got done, they left. Friday, we went sightseeing. Saturday, we did a pastor's conference. And at the pastor's conference, after it was over, this gentleman, the interpreter, came up to me and said, "My wife and I have been set free." I said, "That's awesome." He goes, "No, we've never heard an American pastor ever teach that. And the Holy Spirit confirmed for us that it was true last night. I went home and told my wife, we need to pray, need to ask for forgiveness." She said, "Why? What's going on?" "Because I've committed adultery." She said, "What?" No. I haven't been with anybody else except my first wife. And she left me. That divorce was not right. I didn't want it, but it happened. My remarrying you is broken from God's plan, but Jesus Christ can make it right, and I want to be forgiven. And I want to walk in that. They got down on their knees. They prayed for over an hour. They got up, both of them crying, and looked at each other and said, "I feel a tremendous weight lifted off my shoulders, our shoulders. Now we're free to do what God has brought us together to make us one to do." He told me that. I got goosebumps. The pastors all left. The whole week at the conference, this guy that was the interpreter, every time one of the pastors I noticed would come up to him, they would reach their hand out, and that was as close as they would allow him to get. At the pastor's conference, after this teaching on Thursday, the pastor's conference on Saturday, they were hugging, deeply embracing. And I went, wow. So the vice president who had invited me said, "Did he tell you a story?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "That's what the truth of God does. It sets you free." He said, "Do you know who that is?" He's the interpreter. That's the president of the entire Western African Association of Churches. "Did you see?" I said, "I know what you're going to say." All week long, that's as close as anybody would allow him to get until today. And the truth will set you free. But don't compromise it and call it grace. Know the truth, walk in it, and receive all of His grace according to His truth. It makes a world of difference.